Good morning, friends. This is Josh Hendry with Mr. Hen's Art Skills, and we are working on The Legend of Harapan. This is the first issue that I did in 2013, and if you want a free copy of this in PDF format, you can go to MrHen.com. Under Products, under Free, it's there for you to download. So we're working on the today version of it, the new version of it. So this is actually going to be issue number 2 as it's released. And we are taking class with the School for Visual Storytelling, and it's Graphic Novel Pro with Jake Parker and Sean Crystal. We did our thumbnails last week, and now we are working on pencils, which I am so far behind on because I'm also getting my teaching license right now. So there's a lot to be done, and while I can do this a little bit each day, I've got a long way to go to get 28 pages penciled. Okay, so this is what we were working on previously. If you have been following along, you've kind of seen this. Yesterday was sort of an interesting day because I didn't draw much. So hopefully today, with the limited time I have, I'll be able to draw a little bit more. But this is the first 2 pages here from the thumbnail. This is kind of an iteration that's before pencils. I know we're supposed to be working on pencils, but I still have a lot to think about, so I'm going to this next page up. And the final comic is going to be about 6 by 9, which is what this is. So the pencils will be larger than that. And then we'll take the larger drawing and shrink it down, and that will just add that sweet bit of detail that makes the final product look even better. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so today we're trying to work a little bit on pages 3 and 4. This is where Caden scores, and they celebrate, we win. All these other people are bummed, and then he says, I gotta go. Well, he's got to get to work. Okay, so we're gonna sort of work on this messaging a little bit with the text and hopefully come up with some kind of layout that is pleasing. So start here with this, and I think I've been drawing you on, but I think maybe the better way to do this is to actually fold it. We'll see. I think right now I'm so far removed from the whole process of creating a comic book. I mean, it's been over 10 years since I created that comic book, that I don't really have a process. I have a little bit of a process, but I haven't worked out a lot of different workflow things. And so I'm just going to be trying stuff as I go to hopefully streamline, make it quicker or better in some way. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. And I'm folding it both ways so that the crease is not like doesn't interfere too bad with the laying of the sheet, that it'll lay down still flat. Okay, so this is what we started yesterday. It's not bad. I might work on this and then transition back over to that. This is not right, and so it's kind of driving me crazy, but I think I'm going to go ahead and live with it. So what I want here are 3 panels of no, no, no. So I want them kind of evenly divided. I want land, air, and water in each one of these. Okay, you'll begin to notice that there's a theme throughout the book of land, air, and water. Maybe I could curve it to make it even seem like he's more in this kind of swoop. Maybe. I don't hate that yet, so we'll see. Maybe that's the way that's going to work out. So land. So then land will be looking up at him like, what in the world? Like, can't even believe this dude is flying like this. And this guy is a little bit bigger than Caden. So we're going to draw him a little bit bigger like that. Motorcycles, whatever's going to be on the front, I don't know. Motorcycle tire, he's standing there like, no way, dude. Yes, way. He's flying high. She's dejected like, ugh. Okay. It's tough to get these positions and get their silhouettes right. I can tell that is one thing that I will definitely be growing in, is my silhouettes, working on what the outside shape looks like, not crossing up like appendages so their arms aren't doing like matching up too closely, unless that's the feel of what we're going for. But okay, so there, no. Then we need these guys to be in the water. Problem is I didn't really introduce the water players very well before, so we've got a little bit to go with that. But so he's sitting there, she's sitting there on the thing. It could be guy or girl, but they're sitting there on their little watercraft, just watching him fly. So he's looking up, got his helmet on, mouth open. So let me see what the dialogue was leading up to this. Caden, you got this. Keep going. I'm on it. 2 point for sucker. Stop it. Not again. No, not again. Of course. That's kind of the spirit of it. Now, one thing I know, I'll be coming back to the water players not getting any billing, because they have gotten absolutely 1% billing. I was going to say absolutely no billing, but they got like a little tiny bit. They got exactly 1%. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. Okay, so we got life jackets on, of course, because we're going to keep these kids safe here on these crafts that they're riding on. Gotta have that head tilt back and looking up like. Yep, and then you got your little lacrosse kind of stick here. All right. Alright, okay. Okay, so there we go. Not again. Blue scores. He's going to be fired up, of course. His eyes are too high up on his head. We got to bring those down just a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit more believable. There. 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 Okay. I don't know, this is kind of messed up. Okay, so that's hopefully him kind of flying in and doing his thing here. I don't love the full bicycle helmet. I'd like a little bit better looking helmet, but for now that's going to hold the place. And I think those are some of the things that I really look forward to cleaning up. Instead of saying blue scores, I think we might just do score. I think that's just a better, powerful one. I don't need to differentiate between what color the teams are yet. I don't think. All right, that's pretty cool, man. I'm down with that. Not bad, not bad. One of the cool things as you go is you figure out there's only so much you can do in a day, you know, and it's really hard for me to just let go of the day in a sense and be like, I want to milk everything I can out of each day. But you know, like yesterday was just not a great drawing day. I'll turn this off for just a sec. So that's just part of it. You know, you work as much as you can, but you can't get it all done in a day. And there's a lot of work that goes into creating a comic book. There's just a ton of work that goes into it. And it's not for everybody. It's just not. And even today, it's like with all the other entertainment forms, you know, this is one that still holds an appeal for fans, but there are lots of other entertainment or ways to communicate storytelling now that didn't exist 20, 30 years ago. And so it's going to be challenging to continue to be working at a slow pace, creating basically an art piece that is, it's not throwaway, but it is a little bit, you know, temporary in the sense of its life, right? It's only going to go so far. It's only going to do so much. And you're going to have to keep producing and keep producing. So, yeah, I just think that that's kind of one of those interesting dynamics that's happening in comics right now that nobody could have foreseen. Nobody knew AI was going to be as what it is today. Or how it would challenge workflow or disrupt, you know, what for so long has been a kind of not a predictable model, but a working model. Maybe predictable on some level, but Alright, so actually, it should be he shoots. Yes, this is the setup. He shoots, dot, dot, dot. No, not again. Of course. Should be he. There we go. Oh, it should be dot, dot, dot. What am I doing? I'm not thinking about the readability. I'm thinking about the letters. He shoots, dot, dot, dot. And everybody's going to already fill in the blank. They know what's about to happen. These guys all know what's going to happen. No, not again. Of course. He scores! Now, what can I do here that makes it even crazier? Because he's basically jumped off this ramp. He's flying through the air. Everybody's like this, and then he's got a showboat. I mean, that's just set him up. It's like a softball here. He's got to hit this. So now the tires are going to be upside down. He's rotated the whole bike over. Let's do the wheels this way now. It's the underside of the bike. Let's see, he would have rotated his shoulder now. Hold on, if we rotate the bike, oh, it should be like, I don't know. I just went crazy right there. I don't know if that's gonna work. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Wait, I have no idea what his anatomy is doing right here. Oh, and I gotta go so soon. Well, at any rate. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Woo. There we go. We'll kick this leg out here. That's what we're doing. Yeah, there we go. So he's pulling an X Games move here. I like it. So slinging that bike around. Let's go, Caden. Get it, brother. I love it. Alright, he shoots, he scores. Okay. Here we go. He shoots, he scores. And darken this thing in, and then we gotta go. go. All right, he shoots, he scores. Guys, I think that's all we got time for today. Unfortunately, I do need to get rolling off to work. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this session. I really appreciate you joining me. If you got any questions, feel free to comment below. I'd be happy to answer. I still try to get to everybody's comments. So thank you guys again, and see you on the next one. We'll probably be back. Hopefully we'll be back Monday. All right.